those baskets you sometimes get around the holidays? The kind with summer sausage and cheese and crackers and those little jars of jam you can't open because the lids are so tiny? That's kind of like this episode of Cheat. It's a mixed bag with something for everybody, from World of Warcraft to Command & Conquer 3, and even some fun retro titles for the Wii Virtual Console. It's all coming up on Cheat. Where video games are just one more excuse to break the rules. I'm Kristin Holt with a nerdicopia of tips and tricks for some of your favorite games. Let's jump right in with some insider info on the Shattered Halls in World of Warcraft. Now that you've hit 70, you're all grown up and ready for the big boy dungeons. So head to the Hellfire Citadel again, because it's time to take on the Shattered Halls. But first, you must have the key, and that means taking on the Fell Reaver. If you can survive that, you're ready. Early in the instance, as you make your way through the halls, you'll encounter many pools that will require you to fight up to 6 elite enemies. Stay focused and CC everything you can. You'll also have to slay the Shattered Halls Legionnaires first, or else he'll summon more orcs to his aid. Once you reach the locked doors, jump off the ledge to the right and into the sewers. Here, you'll deal with a couple groups of sludges you won't have a problem with. Once you hit the end of the tunnel, make a left and work your way up the wood planks. Prepare to face Grand Warlock Nethicurse. Here, you'll see 3 fell orcs, and each one is a single pull. However, once you kill the last orc, the fight with Nethicurse begins.
I was going to kill him anyway.
Have your tank engage him in the middle, giving the rest of the party enough room to move when Nethicurse opens lesser shadow fissures that can deal large amounts of damage. Once you bring him down to 20% health, Nethicurse will begin spinning, dealing melee damage to everyone near him. That's your signal to start nuking and bring him down. Once you're done, collect your loot and move on. After Nethicurse, you'll soon encounter the Gauntlet of Flame. If you're familiar with the Battle of Gaugamela, be prepared to imitate Alexander the Great. Take your party and rush through the hall and the mobs. Once you've reached the end, kill all of them immediately and start taking out the archers. After the gauntlet, you'll see a group of centurions battling each other while a champion watches next to them. Let them fight for a bit as their health dwindles. Now's the time to take them, but don't bother polymorphing or trapping because they're immune to them. Just focus your fire on a single target and take them out one by one. Continue down the hall, and you'll find Warbringer Omrog, the second boss in this dungeon.
Not done yet, idiot!
The strategy is your usual tank and spank, but aggro must be controlled carefully because your tank can lose it easily. Omrog will also deal heavy damage with his blast wave. He'll periodically fear everyone in range. When that happens, allow the tank to retain aggro. After you've killed him, it's time to move on because the end is near and Kargath is close. However, the empty halls leading up to him are not safe as rogues will attack, so keep your eyes open. When you reach the steps, you'll see Kargath Bladefist. Send in your tank, pull him into a corner, and have the rest of the party spread out. At this point, your mobs of Reavers and Heathens will start pouring onto the stage. One of your DPS members will have to control the ads and kill them off in order to prevent them from joining the fight. At the same time, Kargath will periodically blade dance through the area, hitting anyone in his path. If the party is spread out enough, the damage should be minimal. It's going to be a pretty long battle, so stay fresh, keep your heads cool, and you'll come out on the winning end. After you kill Kargath, give yourself a pat on the back because you've completed the Shattered Halls. Take a good look at Kargath. He looks much better face down. That's right, Kargath. That's what you get for messing with Cheat. You want some more, huh? No? I didn't think so. And while I'm in a fighting mood, let's roll with some Command & Conquer action. Command & Conquer returns for round 3 with Tiberium Wars. The state of the planet is deteriorating, and Tiberium infestation is spreading across continents like wildfire. After keeping a low profile for years, Nod fires a nuclear missile at the orbiting command station Philadelphia during the Energy Summit meeting. Most of GDI's chain of command is now out of commission. The Director of Global Defense Initiative, Redmond Boyle, takes over as acting president. He's very charismatic, but he makes drastic and careless moves.
If Nod wants a war, let's give them one.
Lieutenant General Jack Granger, Lieutenant Sandra Telfair, and Curse James round out the rest of your command. After Boyle's rash decision to destroy the Temple Prime using the ion cannon, all hell breaks loose. It struck a hidden Tiberium deposit below the temple, producing deadly radiation and triggering a signal for a space invasion. The final showdown between you, Nod, and the Skrill takes place on Ground Zero, Italy, where Tiberium was first discovered. Coincidence? I think not. Your goal is to take out the Nod presence in the north and destroy the invader's control node, which distributes Tiberium radiation to all of its units in order for them to function.
Stop the units. Stop the invasion.
Speed and defense are key to this mission. You start off with a command center and crane, which doubles your building capabilities. Construct a refinery, barracks, and war factory to build up your support. Many power plants will also be needed to keep this operation up and running. Build a tech center to gain access to the ion cannon command center. Airstrikes are also essential in this level for quick shock and awe tactics.
Looking good.
So build 2 airfields with Warhawks only. Time is of the essence, and both of your enemies have super weapons. Protect your base with watchtowers, tanks, and turrets, then make your move. Your goal is to capture the building to the west first. Zone troopers and mammoths work best against the Skrill. Send air raids to shut down their portals and escort the engineer to capture the enemy rip generator.
The rip generator is ours.
Keep that building intact until the alien superweapon you stole is operational. Send in your planes and knock out Nod's nuclear capabilities located in the center of the map. Boyle will chime in.
You are failing every man, woman, and child on this planet.
He will provide a Tiberium bomb, which will help end the war quickly. However, the cost will be catastrophic.
The death toll is over 25 million people. GDI and Nod.
Stick with me, Commander, and we'll lead GDI to a brave new future.
Don't be tempted by the dark side, cheaters. Let's do this the honorable way. Even cheaters have moral codes. Hold out until your ion cannon strike is available and use it to eliminate the Nod base first. Just like Independence Day, use the combination of an airstrike and their rift weapon to exterminate the aliens and their control node. Now isn't that better than having to write 25 million sympathy cards?
You're a hero, Commander, and that will be the way history remembers you. Congratulations, you deserve it.
Okay, enough aggro. Shake it out, shake it out. We're gonna get our happy on with a combo platter of retro titles for the Wii Virtual Console when Cheat returns right after the break. But first, check out this quick cheat for Lost Planet. Lost Planet on the Xbox 360 sets you on the remote planet of EDN3, where it's always the middle of December. Playing through each mission, you'll notice the detailed, beautiful next-gen graphics. For all you film students who think you're friggin' Scorsese, you now have the ability to change camera angles during cutscenes. Enter this button combo during each scene, then pan and zoom till your artsy little heart's content.
Well, it's hard to swallow, but I trust you.
Welcome back to Cheat. Who'd have thought that a next-gen console would spark such a wave of nostalgia for classic arcade titles? Thanks to the Wii Virtual Console, you could get thrilled once again on some of your favorite old-school games. Here's a few tricks to make that walk down memory lane a lot more fun. With classic games at the tip of your finger on the Wii's Virtual Console, most people are practicing their old-school gaming skills. So it's high time for a little brushing up on some classic cheats as well. The Ecco the Dolphin Super Cheat menu can be accessed with a good old-fashioned button code and provides hours of wholesome entertainment. Move Ecco from left to right and pause the game when he directly faces the camera. Punch in right, 1, 2, 1, 2, down 2, up on the Wii remote. The following menu includes stage select, sound test, and access to unlimited lives. But my favorite pastime has to be testing out the game messages, because I'm dying to know a song that will confuse jellyfish. Is Sonic
Sonic the Hedgehog's level 2 too difficult? Not enough rings? Sonic's configuration mode is just the ticket to end your woes. Aspiring level designers, listen up. Activate control mode by pressing up 2, down 2, left 2, right 2 at the title screen, and press and hold A as you hit start. Now in your game, press 1 to activate config mode. Sonic will change into a ring, and you can move him anywhere you like. That includes through solid objects and the air. Even better, morph Sonic into all sorts of objects by hitting A and place them with 2. You'll be creating beautiful works of Sonic art in no time. A simple click of the 1 button turns Sonic back into his good old Hedgehogian self. Rare's classic Donkey Kong Country is jam-packed full of secrets and shortcuts. Many levels contain ways to quickly bypass the most challenging parts. In Minecart Carnage, jump over the first barrel and fall next to the cliff. From here, you can access a barrel that will shoot you right to the end of the stage. Also, you can easily skip the meat of one of the most frustrating levels, Stop and Go Station, simply by walking back through the entrance. To open up a room with all of the animal-centric bonus levels, and consequently an endless supply of extra lives, follow these simple tips. On your last life, make sure to die as Diddy. With Cranky's first turns of the gramophone, punch in down Y, down, down Y on your classic controller. You can spend the rest of your day like Scrooge McDuck, swimming through bountiful caches of gold on your many-tailed animal slaves. No name has ever been less deserved than Super Mario World's top secret area. This not-so-secret hideaway sees more visitors than the Alamo. Instead, check out these more subtle secrets. If you cross the goal line with an item, it'll turn into a mushroom or a 1-up. Similarly, if you cross the goal line with the time ending in the tens digit of your star points repeated twice, you'll earn an easy 1-up. Also, if you're dying to get back into an already conquered castle, and really, I mean, who isn't, you'll find that pressing the A button won't get you anywhere. To get past this velvet rope, press the L and R buttons at the same time. As long as the Wii is here to provide for all your classic gaming fixations, I'll be here to make your 114th trudge through Super Mario World just a little less vexing.
You know what other modern classic is back and better than ever? The cheat sheet! Yep, just visit g4tv.com/cheats for over 15,000 tips and tricks and codes covering every platform since the Atari 2600. There's a lot more cheat to come after the break, but first, here's an artful quick cheat for Tony Hawk's Downhill Jam.
Have you ever wondered how a work of art would look riding down the streets of San Francisco? When it comes to weird cheats, Tony Hawk never disappoints. In Tony Hawk's Downhill Jam on the Nintendo Wii, all you have to do is enter this code to transform your character into one of Picasso's magnificent masterpieces. Well, not really, but this obscure cow sure does look funny.
Welcome back to Cheat. Are you afraid of ghosts? You should be, especially when they're led by Captain Scott Mitchell of the Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter team.
Are you sick of the single player and tired of killing each other? Ready for another co-op moment? It's time to check out Caldera and earn some co-op cred. Your insertion point will be at the north end of the island, and your first task will be to secure the bridge up ahead, which means survive the upcoming barrage or risk getting smoked. Once the bridge is in view, a large group of riflemen will come swarming, including an armored vehicle. Your safest bet is to keep your distance and take out the armored car first. Afterwards, pick off all oncoming swarmlings as you demonstrate your long-range accuracy. After you've secured the bridge, your next objective is to destroy the 2 communication towers located on the south side of the island. Move your way through the canyon, but once you see the construction truck, that means it's time for action. First, take out the sniper perched on top of the building. Once he's been removed, continue eliminating all the enemies as they pop out from cover. Once the area is secure, continue moving south through all the trees and shrubbery. Stay attentive as you'll meet resistance all the way up to the comm tower. After you've secured the area around the comm tower, don't set the demolition yet. Your task is to destroy both communication towers at the same time. The second tower is on the west side of the island across the bridge, but expect heavy resistance, so don't go blasting your way across. Stay off the main road and find ample cover. When the road ahead is safe, move across the bridge, then take the small road heading north. Move slowly and stay under cover. Continue moving and secure the area around the buildings. Once they're clear, your third objective will be complete. Well done, but you still have to secure the second tower. Continue north and the second comm tower will be just ahead. After you clear the area, leave someone from your squad to guard it in case enemies return. The rest of the squad will now retrace your steps and return to the first tower. You shouldn't encounter any resistance as you've secured the path from the first comm tower. Okay, now you're ready to blow up both towers at the same time. 3, 2, 1. It's time to regroup and get off this island. But unfortunately, your extraction point is right in the mouth of the tiger. Stick together as a squad and move to the steps leading up to the roof. Now everyone collect your breath and rush to the top of the building to find cover. As enemies begin to hit you from all directions, use everything you've got to repel their advances. The chopper will inform you when the area is safe and when it's time to move to the extraction point.
The extraction zone is clear for pickup.
Oh yeah, nothing like the glory of flying off into the sunset. I just wish these choppers were soundproof. I can barely hear my iPod.
I was gonna say I love the smell of napalm in the morning, but you know what really wakes me up? Peppermint. I have this peppermint soap that I just love. What, just because I'm a tough-as-nails Gratu combat machine I can't have a skincare regimen? We'll be back with the Blood Furnace and World of Warcraft when Cheat returns after the break, but first here's a quick cheat for Bully.
In the game Bully for the PlayStation 2, living on your own at such a young age can be tough, especially with mommy not around to do your chores. Life in the dorms at Bulworth Academy is such a drag. Don't worry, just enter this code with the second controller to unlock all the clothes in your wardrobe. Now, you don't have to do your laundry.
I see you undressing me with your eyes.
Welcome back to Cheat. At the top of the show, we had a little romp in the shattered halls of World of Warcraft. Ready for your next WoW challenge? Are you sure? Because it spits out demons and hellfire, just so you know what you're getting yourself into.
At this point, I'm sure you've conquered Hellfire Ramparts and now you want to move on. Well, the Blood Furnace is the next spot, and here's what you need to do. The Blood Furnace, part of the upper levels of Hellfire Citadel, unleashes a series of humanoids and demons. So if you can find a mage or a warlock, it'll make your life a lot easier. As you enter the dungeon, the pulls are fairly standard. CC one while you focus fire on the other. Once you start ascending the staircases, you'll want to be on guard for stealthy enemies. Keep your pace slow and safe. Continue advancing through the halls until you see the Maker, the first boss in the Blood Furnace. Rest up, eat your bread, and drink your water because it's time to rumble. The key to taking down the Maker is weathering his crazy moves. First, be prepared for his knockback abilities. Second, while engaging this horrible monster, be prepared to fight one of your own. That's right, the Maker will control someone from your party as his minion. When this happens, stay on target attacking the Maker and just try to stay alive.
Stay away from.
Once you've killed the Maker, the doors will open and you can move on. Keep advancing through the halls, killing the mobs of technicians one by one. Once you get to the large empty prison area, the second boss fight is near. Empty the room because you'll need the space. Once you're done, have everyone rest and recover before you pull the lever to start the boss battle. Now that you're ready, flip the switch and get ready for a long fight. At this point, the prisoners will be released from the cages. The first group out is just a normal mob, easy enough. But by the time the fourth cage is open, you'll face a mob of elite humanoids, so be prepared to use all your crowd-controlling tricks. After you've defeated the fourth group of prisoners, it's time to face Brogok. Your main tank should immediately engage Brogok and position him facing away from the rest of the group. Watch out for his poison damage attacks, avoid the poison area effects, and use everything you've got to bring down this hovering monster. Once you've outlasted him, collect your loot and move on. Continue through the large room. From here, you'll also be dealing with demons. At this point, a warlock would sure come in handy. Keep advancing down the ramp until you see the last group of mobs. Clear the room because you're gonna need the space. Rest up and be prepared for an epic fight with Keldan. As you're standing in the middle of some Shadow Moon channelers, you begin the fight by containing one from a crowd control effect. Now pull the other 4 into the room at the end of the ramp. Do the best you can to focus fire and CC the rest. Once the last Shadow Moon channeler dies, Keldan will immediately attack.
You'll ruin everything!
Quickly have the main tank engage him and be prepared for his Shadow Bolt volleys. Periodically during the fight, Keldan will taunt you to come closer. Well, that actually means run! Hurry and get out of his Burning Nova attack or you're toast. Stay on target, remain focused, and take that ugly demon down. Once you've taken Keldan down, give yourself a cheer because you've completed the Blood Furnace. Yes!
And that's it for Cheat. Thanks for joining me. If you missed any of these tips, look us up on the web at g4tv.com/cheat. Or you can write to us at cheat@g4tv.com. Until next time, I'm Kristin Holt, and you've been cheating.
Tonight on Attack of the Show, we're hitting you with an hour of comedy so damn funny you'll poop your pants. So grab some muffins or order some pizza because you won't want to miss our favorite skits from our friends around the internet. It's Attack of the Show tonight at 7 and 11 p.m. Eastern.